Okay, today we're going to be starting to learn how to make one of the three-dimensional masks that you see hanging up in the room. And the very first thing I want you to do is get a big, long sheet of paper, 12 by 18 inches, and take that piece of paper, and then I want you to fold it in half, the hot dog fold. Get that folded right in half like so. And once you went ahead and folded that in half, then take your pencil and start off by making little marks so that you can make the largest mask possible. So on one side of the paper, make a little bit of a mark here, right in the middle, right on the end. Okay, when you do that, then you're going to be making what it kind of looks like a sun shape. I think about the sun coming over the horizon, because now I'm going to connect that little line to the other line. Then I darken that up. Once I've done that to one side, I'm going to go ahead and do the same to the other side. I start out lightly, and then I can make it a little bit darker once I feel comfortable with that curved line. Again, just trying to make the largest mask possible, but still in a curved line that reminds me of the sun coming up over the horizon, or a half circle, a semicircle, using up as much of the paper as possible. Going from one end, making it as tall as I can to the other end. Okay, once I've done that, grab a pair of scissors and start cutting that out. Once again, making sure that it's on the fold line, the bottom line, and it opens up here. Once you've got that checked, but please save your scraps. Okay, we're going to use those again later on. So save your scraps, don't throw those away. Put them in the box that we can use them again. So now that I've got my semicircle to make my mask shape, I'm going to then go ahead and think about sun rays. Instead of extending outward from the mask shape, we're going to put two of them going inward. We're going to tilt it at an angle going like this. Notice that it's tilted and slanted. It is not straight up and down. This is a non-example. Okay, we don't want that. When you make that line, it should slant from one side to the other. Think about those sun rays. Instead of going outward, they're going inward to the fold line. You're going to do that on both sides. Once you've done that, we'll go ahead and cut on those lines. Okay, and again, you can use these again in a moment. Okay, now we've got the basic shape for our mask. We're going to take that mask then and apply some glue. Once you have your glue, place a little bit of glue at the top, and then I'm going to take it and overlap it like this. There's the glue. Overlap the other side like this. Instead of holding it, you can put a paper clip right here and paper clip it together so that you don't have to keep holding it. Okay. Do the same thing to the other side. I'm going to be putting some glue onto my mask shape, overlapping it, and paper clipping it so that that glue has a chance to set and dry. Don't worry about it if you got a little bit of glue hanging out the edge. It will dry clear. It's not a big deal. So just let that set up. Paper clip them together, and then you can continue on your mask. Okay? Oops, I don't have any. Okay, I didn't have a paper clip, but now I do. So go ahead and we'll fold that together. When you paper clip, one side goes under, one side goes over. Slip that on, and again do the same to the other side. Glue, flip that over, get your paper clip, one goes under, one goes on top, and slide that together. Now we've got it, so we can continue working on our mask instead of waiting for that glue to set up. Okay, now I'll go ahead and take the scraps left over from the sun rays that I had earlier. Okay, remember those pieces of paper, the rays that we cut off the top and bottoms of our semicircle shape? I'm going to take that and use this for my nose. Okay, so again, I'm going to start out with this shape. You can draw it on lightly because we don't really have pointed corners of our nose. Here's my fold line, so I'm thinking, Okay, with a fold line right here, my nose will look something like this, but we don't really have points at the corners of our nose, so I'm just going to curve that around, okay, to make my nose shape. Now I'll go ahead and I'll cut, curving that around there. And I might cut a little bit of this off too, just a small amount, keeping my nose straight. And one of the things that I like to do is I like to crease this down, that fold line, make it creased really well. By creasing it like this, it'll allow me to have the mask, or the nose, sit on my mask a little bit better. So when I put the glue on, I'm going to open it up, put plenty of glue on. I know it dries clear, so that's kind of a nice thing. Stick that glue on there like this, all right? And then as I put it onto my mask, one of the common things that I see people doing is they'll put their nose too high onto their mask. When the nose is too high, you've got so much room for your mouth that's a little bit too ridiculous. So find the middle, place your nose right on the middle of where your mask is at. And now, unfortunately, we can't put paper clips on it. You just got to let it hold for a little bit. Once you're going to let that, and it's in the spot that you want, okay, I placed the nose at the middle, and then it goes down, because the only thing I need down here is the mouth. So now my nose will set up, the glue will set up for a little while, and I'll go ahead and start working on the mouth. When you start working on the mouth, take either a red or a pink sheet of construction paper to use to get started on your mouth. When you're making a mouth, it's symmetrical, so I took my red sheet of construction paper and folded it in half. On the fold line, I'm going to draw half of a mouth shape. So as I get started on that, it'll just be, I'm thinking in my head, my upper lip and my lower lip. Upper lip, lower lip. Continue that around. And then I'm going to go ahead and make an opening for my mouth so it'll look something like this. And all I'm thinking about is here's my upper lip, my lower lip. Once you've got that out, drawn, go ahead and cut that out. And now you can either decide, I'm going to go ahead and glue it onto my mask shape just like this, or you can take a little bit of white paper and place that inside if you want it to have like white teeth or something like this. That would be fine. And all I do for that is I think to myself, well, I need a shape that's bigger than this. So if this is the back side, I just traced the area that I need, and I know I need it a little bit bigger than that for some glue on my mask. Let's see how that'll work. Great. Okay. So that'll fit inside there. If it hangs on the outside edge of your mouth, you can always just cut that off if it's too big. But now I've got a piece. I'll go ahead and put some glue on it. Oops. Stick this down on top. I'm going to refold. And I just folded it so that it'll lay nicely on my mask. Add some more glue. Take that, push that down onto my paper, and there's my mouth. This is the first step of making your mask shape. We've got our mask overall three-dimensional shape now, our nose glued on, our mouth glued on, and we'll go ahead and learn about eyes in the next class. Thanks.